Hello everyone, MFPallytime here. Welcome back to the channel. I didn't mean to clickbait anyone onto this. I just wanted to have a quick conversation to let you guys know how I'm feeling and kind of the direction we're going to be going, at least in the near future here on the channel. You may have noticed it's been a few weeks since the last Heroes of the Storm video, and I kind of took some time away from the game to really think about how I'm actually feeling about it. I have had a very long career in Heroes of the Storm. We started uploading videos in 2014 in the alpha, back when there were 23 characters, 24 characters, somewhere in that neighborhood. Now, of course, it's 2021. We're in July, halfway through the year, and there's 90 characters in the game now. A lot has changed since back then. I keep referencing this. It's a famous thought experiment. It's about the ship of Theseus. And if you've never heard about this before, what it is you have this magnificent, famous ship, and it's called the ship of Theseus. Over time, the ship starts to have parts breaking. They need to replace the boards on it. And over time, every single piece of the ship of Theseus has been replaced. Is this ship in front of you still the ship of Theseus if none of the original parts were still there? And it may sound a little dramatic, but I've been kind of thinking about this akin to Heroes. But it's like when they were replacing some of the boards, they lost some of them at sea. Now, don't get me wrong. I think Heroes has gone through some great changes over the years, but there were certain aspects of the game that really drew me in, not only as a player, but as a content creator. One thing that kept me really interested was just the release cadence that Heroes of the Storm had for a long time. Now, obviously, that has slowed down quite a bit over the years, but for a while, it was like every month it felt like we were getting a new hero being added into the game, which gave me plenty of new content to think about. How does this hero fit into the current meta? What kind of fun builds can we do? What combos with characters would work really good with this? And then exploring all of that with my friends was something that kept me glued to the screen. I absolutely loved it. I worked some 60-hour weeks back to back to back to back to back for years. And most of that was just dedicated to playing Heroes, learning about Heroes, and then sharing that with you guys. What made that so fun, though, was the variety that the game had. It was always changing, always evolving. Something new was always happening. And I was completely engaged. Now, of course, things have changed. Times have slowed down. In some ways, I think that's a good thing, and in other ways, it kind of sucks. A lot of the developers that I knew that worked on Heroes have moved on. Two of my favorite hero designers are no longer working on the Heroes of the Storm team. Of course, you guys know HGC was canceled several years ago, and that really hit the entire community hard, but not so much me. I was still playing, I was still having fun. It didn't really affect my day-to-day. Although I did miss watching it. Of course, less announcements at BlizzCon. And, well, the last hero we got it was more than 8 months ago at this point, and there's no sign that we're getting anything else added to the game. Now, that's not to say I don't enjoy hero reworks as much as new characters. I think they can be just as engaging. I think they can be really fun, and we have had some pretty good ones of those recently. And I get to go through the same thing where I figure out how this character fits into the greater puzzle of the game with those reworks as well. So I just wanted to, I added this in while I was editing. I sounded so negative. I wanted to add this in. We're still getting reworks, and that's something, and that's good. Now, I don't want this video to sound like it's all gloom and doom. And I realized that I don't know how to have this conversation without sounding like your parents are getting a divorce and they're trying to tell you that they still love you. I feel like that's the tone I've been mimicking here. That's really not what I'm going for. But eventually, we won't be posting any more of this game here on this channel. And I've been combating that in my own personal life away from the channel. I took some time away from the game to really think about that, think about what that means for me, what it means for Holly, what it means for you guys. And there's been this sense of guilt. Every single day when I look at YouTube, every day there's always a comment, hey, when are you going to get back into HOTS? Where are the HOTS videos? Did you quit HOTS? What's going on? And I'm not like condemning anyone who's asked those questions. It's just that I didn't really have an answer for you. The game has not been grabbing me as much as it used to because things aren't changing as much. There's not as much variety. things are kind of settling into place. And I understand that for players, that can be really engaging. You get to know the landscape a little bit more. But for me, the sometimes rapidly, but constantly at least, evolving state of Heroes of the Storm is what always kept me hitting the record button. Always ready to share something new. Always ready to talk about a good time that I had. And I don't really have that anymore. 2 years ago at BlizzCon, we heard that we were going to be getting the, I forgot what they're called, Nexus Anomalies, where they're going to try out changes that could shift how the game is played. And they're going to be rolling these out periodically, like every quarter was what their plan was. And I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. At least the day-to-day in Heroes was going to be changing. Whether or not it be for the good or for the bad, a patch still shifts something. But unfortunately, that is gone. That's no more, and they're not doing that any longer. However, this rapidly changing environment did have some downsides too. One of the main reasons we didn't start another A through Z playthrough was because the game was changing rapidly. I didn't want to make a video about Abathur, especially with like new XP globe changes that were in the game, only to have that drastically change 2 months from now if the developers decided, you know what, this Nexus anomaly didn't quite fit. The A through C series has been the most requested thing for me to do on this channel for quite some time. And I'm going to bring it back. The goal is to release 3 to 4 videos a week, hopefully. And at that rate, we're going to be getting through the entire roster of the game in about 7 months, 6 months, 7 months. That's a long time. But I wanted to use this opportunity as my last big hurrah in Heroes, my last stamp that I leave on this community, the community that's given me so much throughout the years. And it gives me an answer to you guys who keep asking, what's going on with Heroes? What are you doing? Are there going to be more videos? Yes, there are. And even after the A through Z is done, I'm still going to continue to play it. I'm sure I'm going to have fun. We're going to stream it. We stream it quite often. However, I don't think it'll be a focus of this YouTube channel forever. And I just wanted to start to set that expectation for you guys. Times are changing. We got to change with them. I don't have like another game on the horizon I'm hoping to jump into. I'm not looking for a new home here. I still love the Nexus, and I'm still very, very happy to be a part of it. I just want to be able to say that at least I got a little bit of closure. And maybe we'll keep playing the game for 3 years from now. I don't know. I'm not making that promise. But at least I did one more A through Z. At least I showed the state of the game one last time with every character, shared my thoughts, shared my opinions, shared some funny stories. And I hope you guys are looking forward to that. I hope this video wasn't too much of a bummer. But thank you for being here. I have a lot to be very thankful for. And you clicking on this video is just one of the many reasons I have to be thankful. I talked about this a little bit on Twitch today. And one really good analogy was, I'm not closing the book on this. I'm just turning the page. Still the same book, just turning the page to see what's next. I've been making content on the internet for over half my life now. That's pretty crazy to think about. And I don't want to stop anytime soon. So yeah, A through Z starts soon. I hope you guys are excited about it. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you.